Hello everyone, other Bigs here, back with a review for y'all. Before we get to today's review, I wanted to tell everybody a bit of a trim, trim there with the hair, your mustache here, trying to look there, so I got a different look here for the video, everyone, but anyways, everybody, today, everyone, we are here to continue Halloween / Horror Month, everybody. We last left everybody kicking off Halloween / Horror Month with my review for the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie. Well, everyone, today we're going to continue to look at the Mortal Kombat movies by taking a look at the sequel for that movie. Although it's been regarded as one of the worst video game movies of all time, and arguably one of the worst films ever made there, that being Mortal Kombat Annihilation. So, now, everybody, I already kinda had a feeling what I was going to get into here with Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I've seen a bunch of people do reviews for this movie, so I'm aware of its infamous reputation there. But what kind of had me intrigued a little bit in terms of review of Mortal Kombat Annihilation will it top as my worst review movie of all time there? Because for those who weren't around, 2017 there, I did a review for Moji movie there, and so far that's been. So far, I still consider it the worst movie I reviewed thus far for the channel here. So I was kind of curious to see if Mortal Kombat Annihilation would kind of dethrone Mojo Movie's 4-year rate as the worst movie I reviewed thus far for the channel here. So yeah. I'll just go and get right to it with the review here. Won't waste much time here, but as usual for our reviews, you do plot summary, pros and cons, and overall thoughts and stuff like that there. So yeah. For now, let's go get right to it. Bye. First off, plot summary by now. Everybody just does follow the events of the first movie by although I'll be a little bit differently there. As for those who remember seeing the 1995 movie there, it ended with Shao Kahn. There's a lot more missing there, but this one here, Shao Kahn still does show up there, but he's not by himself. He's with his different members of his army there. He has a different look there. He's not the only one. A couple other characters such as Raiden and Sonya, Johnny Cage, and Jack Slayer appears in the movie there. And apparently, they were unable to get some of the actors who took part in the first Mortal Kombat movie to take part in the sequel there. Which, considering how the film turned out there, I can see why they decided to skip out on it. So, but anyways, I say everyone follow the events of the 1995 movie where Liu Kang defeated Shang Tsung there, the Mortal Kombat tournament there, guaranteed the safety of Earth realm there, or at least that's what it usually is there, but Shao Kahn decided to go screw the rules there, and decided to begin the outworld invasion of Earth realm there. A little bit of confrontation between the villains and heroes there, and the process, Johnny Cage ends up dying off there, and Shao Kahn gave a warning that in 6 days' time, Outworld and Earth Realm will be merged into one there, Savantama. So the heroes part ways there, gathering allies, and prepare for the big final battle, Savant. So, as per the summary of the plot, everybody, for Mortal Kombat Annihilation, but now let's go with the pros and cons for the movie here. Now, everybody, like I said, I was already kind of aware of the infamous rotation for Mortal Kombat Annihilation there, so I was kind of prepared for, I guess, the levels of, terribleness in the movie there. There are a couple of pros I will say there, but although or there are good things. Some of the good things are that it leaves up to you all there. But the movie does have in some parts of a so bad it's good kind of element to it there, where you laugh at how bad certain things are in the movie by as um, as there was a lot more cheesier CGI effects in this movie compared to the first one there, which I thought looked ridiculous there. and so, and some of the actors there were a little bit over the top there. Were probably the biggest example being Shao Kahn, where I thought Shao Kahn, he's supposed to be kind of like a big missing character there, but the guy who plays him ends up going a little too over the top there and stuff like that. So yeah, it was kind of hard to take his performance seriously there, but so yeah. If there's one thing I will give Mortal Kombat Annihilation some credit, oh, granted it's been taken away there, affected by so the other issues as the movie there, but it ends up giving some characters who didn't have much of a focus in the first movie more a bit of a larger role, like Katana and Jax there, but so I forgot to mention my Mortal Kombat 1995 review by Jax did appear for a little bit, but it was only for like a couple minutes there. After Sonya ended up going after the ship, bring all the competitors to the island there. The first movie, Jax just appears in the movie there, so. But he ends up coming back here, and Katana's got a bit of a larger role there, so yeah. But that's really all the pros I could say for Mortal Kombat Annihilation, everybody, so. We'll go ahead and get right to the cons here, everybody, so. Anyway, like I said before, everybody, everybody's, pretty much summarize, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, where they pretty much, you know, they pretty much, took all the stuff I criticized about the first Mortal Kombat movie there, and cranked them up to 11 there, and pretty much removed they removed a lot of the enjoyable aspects of the first Mortal Kombat movie there. So, I mean, the movie's got a lot, like I said before, there's a lot more cheesier CGI effects there compared to the last movie, and the acting's not as good there, with the actors not, putting much effort in their performance there, or taking some cases, like the guy who plays Shao Kahn, taking their performance a little toward the top there. So, so yeah. And everybody, I remember bringing up everybody that, in terms of the characters, everybody, while they were likable there, not a whole lot more developed there. Well, uh, and I play about the more first of all comment would be a little fast paced in some areas there. Well, this one's got it even worse there because it's got a shorter time span compared to the first Mortal Kombat there, an hour 34, where the first Mortal Kombat movie there was an hour 41 minutes. And they were just like cramming a bunch of stuff in at once there. You barely had time to follow up what was going on there. But even then, they didn't do all the extra stuff, all the stuff they're trying to add there. They didn't necessarily focus much on trying to develop the characters or, trying to, hype things up there for the big climactic battle there. So let them, and or at least even not really care much about the characters there, whether it be for the lack of development there or their lack of personality there. Yeah. Sorry, give bear one. I'll try to control here, but anyways, I said they try and cram a whole bunch of stuff here. I mean they bring in the Cyber League Quaid there without explaining who they are. They bring in Melita. I'll explain her backstory there. And the movie tries to add these random twists there, like Jade betrayed the heroes there, but she lasts too long afterwards. There, she ends up getting eaten by one of the weird CGI creatures. Their Shao Kahn got upset at her that the heroes end up living. And they had tried this, and they ended up throwing in Shinnok, who, those of you who aren't familiar with Shinnok there, he is a former Elder God there, and he makes an appearance in. He does the first appearance on Mortal Kombat 4. But he's brought in, and they tried to do this twist there where Shao Kahn and Raiden are brothers there, but yeah. It was just half-heartedly thrown in there to try to bring in some interest there and whatnot, and it doesn't work very well, you know. And in terms of the overall story, by is just a giant mess. Everybody remember, you know, in my Mortal Kombat 1995 movie review by, while there were some pacing issues there in terms of the side plots there, I thought the overall story they told there, they did relatively well. Retell the first events of the first story there. Retell the events of the first Mortal Kombat game there, but for some reason they decided to blend the plots for 2 and 3 into this for this movie there, and the result turned out to be very messy there, yeah. And those of you who aren't familiar with the stories for the first Mortal Kombat games there, quick summary there. Mortal Kombat 2, Shao Kahn ends up hosting another tournament there to try as a last attempt for Outworld to have an invasion on Earthrealm there. So the heroes in the fight to the villains Outworld there. Shao Kahn gets defeated, and Shao Kahn gets upset that they lost there. They say screw the rules, and that's when the giant invasion on Earth happens there. So yeah. Like I said, they play the elements of 2 and 3's plot there, and a little bit more Kombat 4 there added Shinnok. But I said the overall final result there was rather messy there. Everybody kind of like the last thing I'll criticize about the movie or by is, well, to me, well, this doesn't necessarily feel like much of a Mortal Kombat movie there. And like I said, while the first Mortal Kombat movie for 1995 wasn't perfect there, I thought it did a good overall good representation of, aside from the lack of, fatalities and whatnot there, it adapted other elements of the games relatively well enough there into movie format. This movie, like I said, it feels more like a parody of Mortal Kombat rather than feel like an actual Mortal Kombat movie there, or like a fan fiction Mortal Kombat there. I mean, it's got the characters' names there, but doesn't necessarily feel like Mortal Kombat there, It's like someone just barely did research on Mortal Kombat there, and decided to just randomly come up with a plot for the sequel there, so that based on the research they did there, the very little bit of research they did there, so that, Considering how different characters are treated there, so that I can understand why, fans of Mortal Kombat series don't look back on this film too fondly there, After watching it there, I was kind of expecting there. I do have a better understanding as to why people consider this one of the worst video game movies, and arguably one of the worst films ever made there. So that's pretty much all I got to bring up, everybody. Now on to my overall recommendation by final score, so everybody, I'll go ahead and get the verdict out of the way, everybody. I have my 5 different verdicts there. And there's the must-watch category, which goes to some of the best sports entertainment I've seen there. I highly recommend people check out. Then there's a watcher rate, which goes to things I think are pretty good. Then there's the rented rated, which goes to things that are just okay. Then there's the adored rated there, which goes to things I don't think are that good. And don't recommend people check out. And then there's a elected burn rated, which goes to the overall worst Forza Entertainment I've seen there, and want people to avoid like the plague. Now, everybody, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, it's definitely a very bad movie there. I would not recommend people check out there, you know. There's not much for the Mortal Kombat fans there, not necessarily much for regular moviegoers there. However, I will say that I wasn't bored by watching the movie there, you know. And plus, you know, I said the film did have some elements of laughably kind of bad to it there, so it does save it from getting the letted burn rated. So far, still no film I reviewed thus far or forwarded thus far has gotten that rated yet there. So, however, I am going to be giving it the second lowest rating I got, that being the ignore rated there by So yeah. As for that's the last question answered by, is World Cup Annihilation the new worst film I reviewed thus far? Is it worse than the Emoji Movie here? Well, everybody, I've really thought about it there. Really thinking about it, compared the two there. I feel like both movies there have different things balancing them out there, where one's worse in certain categories than the other one. Now, in terms of which overall is a little bit better quality movie there, I do think that does go to the Emoji Movie there, although not by much. However, I still do think the Emoji Movie still has the overall worser idea of the two there. So everybody, I have decided that, you know, for the time being at least, Mortal Kombat Annihilation and Emoji Movie are now tied. Considered both the tie for the time being, as they're both sure title as the worst films I reviewed thus far for the channel here. So yeah, I reviewed thus far. I might do another review there sometime in the future there. Maybe do a compare and contrast there, see which one I think is overall worse between the two. But for the time being, both Mortal Kombat Annihilation and the Emoji Movie will be sharing the title of worst film I reviewed thus far. So yeah. That wraps things up for now, everybody. Next, everybody, for the reviews for Halloween Horror Month, everybody, we will be concluding the reviews for World Kombat there by taking a look at the 2021 movie, everybody. So make sure I'll take it for that there. That wraps things up for now, everyone. If you saw here, make sure you like button, new channel, subscribe, milk face, shine, cause if you uploads. I'll see you all next time. Peace.